Here we go. I said, welcome to TDC Moncton. I said, welcome to TDC Moncton. Welcome to TDC Moncton. Straight from the arsenal.
Hey folks, it's Nick and Frigid Mitch. We just came out of the movie theater and unfortunately the car is frosted over, as you can see. But we went, we saw, we won't see it again. We went to see Green Hornet, and unfortunately, I regret to say this, it's not all it's hyped up to be. Chou and Seth Rogen were in it, as well as Cameron Diaz, but her part was more of a bit part. James Edward Olmos was also in it.
More of a bit part, it was a bit part.
It was a bit part. James Edward Olmos also was in it from Battlestar Galactica. Unfortunately, he also had a bit part. And,
smaller bit part.
And Christopher Waltz, who was the major bad guy in the film, he more or less had a bit part too. It was kind of a Seth Green writes Green Hornet for Seth Green. Seth Rogen for Green Hornet.
So Green is shorter and has more character.
Yeah, that's true. Seth Green could have been a better.
Well, Seth Green would have only come to Kato's shoulder.
Yeah, but he would have had more fighting styles.
He would have had what? He would have had more witty repartee.
Yeah. There's also the fact that I didn't like the fact that they took away Green Hornet's capability of fighting from what I remember from the television series and from the comic books. Well, they made a short-lived series, if I remember correctly. I know they did a short-lived TV series.
Nobody would even know it ever existed except for Bruce Lee playing Kato.
Yeah, well, that's the whole point. At the very least, Jay's efforts of making himself Bruce Lee-esque were well placed. You can't really fault him. The storyline doesn't exist. The action series or sequences were somewhat well done, a little bit over the limit, and unfortunately they went over the limit towards the end of the movie, where both me and Mitch pretty much
everything was just so utterly improbable that I just switched off and like, okay, is the movie over already?
It's the improbability factor. In any movie, you have to put all your intentions or your realistic views aside to try and ride along with it. It's when things don't make sense, or when they make sense that it's more like a Herbie the Love Bug gone bloodthirsty type of reality.
The whole crap about him getting shot at the end. If he'd waited that long with our treatment, he would have gone into shock.
Not shock, septic. He would have had sepsis, blood poisoning.
Yeah, he'd been there. Oh, I'm here to... And then Cameron Diaz would be behind him with her hand up his back, juggling his spine and making him talk like a puppet. I'll have to give a speech today because I'm dead. Okay.
Yeah, either that or Seth Rogen's best impression of the Book of Eli towards the end of the story. Unfortunately, from both me and Mitch, I give it a thumbs up, and even then, it's like
I'd say rent it.
It's worth a rental, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah,
a rental. So it's a thumbs up from both of us, but no more, no less. Unfortunately, they pushed the envelope a little bit too far, and it doesn't help that Seth Rogen and the co-writer actually wrote the screenplay for this. Why is the only thing I can actually ask. Why? It's like I told Mitch.
I'm thinking the only way he got away with making this film is he's had enough success that some execs will do whatever he wants.
Yeah, but there's success and then there's success.
Yeah, that's success is this part. This is he tried to go for success, instead he sucked his cock and broke his neck.
I won't go into that graphic detail, but suffice it to say, if anyone is actually bothering to watch this and they're big wig executives in the movie lot, for God's sakes, never make your actors co-write stories.
Some actors are very good writers.
Yes, but I'm saying this is a bad example of what it should be. But anyway.
Well, it's a remake of the TV series that was a bad show to begin with. The only thing that was ever worth watching in the original Green Hornet was Kung Fu's kicks.
Which is pretty much the same thing here.
Bruce Lee's Kung Fu kicks.
Yeah, no, but it's pretty much the same thing with Kato in this movie. Chou actually did a pretty good, awesome.
Honestly, they could do a modern TV series if Bruce was still alive, still playing Kato, and it could be a dressed up mannequin playing the Green Hornet. And we're just lips put over him with CGI. Let's go, Kato. We've done our work for today. And he will still get ratings.
Yeah.
Because the actual Green Hornet is completely superfluous. Nobody gives a fuck about him.
Kind of Reid, that's all I have to say. Anyways, from both me and Mitch, a rental, 1, 2 thumbs up, one from each of us. Have a nice one.